up, Aries? Welcome to Sikiksyd. I'm a psychic shaman, medium, seer. I connect deceased loved ones, spirit guides, ancestors, earth angels, the light. My service in the description was. You can also find my only to social media accounts, Snapchat, Instagram. My nose is itching for spirit. This is for Aries. Happy birthday, Aries. Okay. Today I'll be modeling Wapampe. I've been modeling Wapampe since May of 2019. I love all of the necklaces, the bracelets, everything that you sent me. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for all of the gift cards you sent me. I'm in love with this jewelry. So my discount code's in the description box and down below. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. Okay. This is for Aries. Check your Mars. Where do you have Aries in your astrological chart? Okay. And again, happy birthday, Aries. Let's look at what is the future situation Aries will be dealing with. What's the future situation Aries will be dealing with? I'm doing your reading before I go eat a bunch of jambalaya and crab legs and shrimp and sausages. I can smell it. Oh, okay, Aries. Future situation that Aries will be dealing with. Reciprocity and shattered. Oh, you could be dealing with a Libra. Okay. You have 48, which is also Pisces. That's 12. You could also be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. Okay. A lot of you guys are dealing with strong Libra here. But reciprocity. Whew, this almost looks like dynamite. You know how like there, I know you're like, why are you even going there? I'm just saying. It looks like how when there is like a what's that called? It's almost like a torch candle. And it's like two of them are becoming one. What is real reciprocity? Right? I think this detached belief that you used to have about what is real reciprocity is fading. Let's remember now, Aries is the baby. Aries is also the it's also the sign of rape, of force. Aries is like that energy of I'm going to do what makes me happy, and then later on realizing, oh, I wasn't considering how that makes another person or another individual feel. Aries is very much so about me. It's also instinct. It's animalistic. It's not thinking. Aries does not think. Aries just does. Okay, it just does because that's what they that's what they instinctively feel. So it's almost like shattering this illusion of what you believed was balance and reciprocity. And maybe this is because you've come from, situations, relationships that weren't actually balanced. And you could very well now be connected to someone where there is reciprocity and balance. The fire is mutual. The feelings are mutual. And this also is forcing you to surrender, almost like surrender maybe the way you looked at yourself. A lot of times we like to look at ourselves as if, especially if you're talking about codependent relationships, sadomasochism, if we're talking about dynamics, especially with Aries. Aries is a sign you must bring up when we're talking about sadomasochism, because they can very well fall into the position of being a level of a sadist, okay? As well as Virgo can become the masochist, right? The person who seeks for someone to abuse them. Scorpio and Aquarius are also signs to look at regarding sadomasochism, okay? But Aries, what we're talking about is you finally realizing what is balance, what is reciprocity. And it's like this illusion, it's something you believed is shattering. Maybe it's the way you've always looked at reciprocity. It's shattering. It's breaking down. It's flawed. The way you've always looked at reciprocity is flawed. You may have even self-sabotaged certain situations because of the fact that you don't know what real reciprocity is when it is there in your life. You know what I mean? What needs to be faced by Aries? What needs to be faced by Aries? New experiences and possibilities. And you have be gentle with yourself. What needs to be faced is the number 33. I myself am a master number 33, life path number 6. And master number 33 is about being the master teacher, master healer. It's also about the nurturer, the visionary. What needs to be faced within you, Aries, is the way you view yourself. Be gentle with yourself. I honestly feel like this could also be Gemini energy. I see Pisces, I see Virgo. 18 is about almost like maybe you have fear surrounding these new experiences and possibilities in your life. That could be any portion of your life. This can also be illusion. You deceiving yourself through your fear. It's the moon, your emotions. And the moon is where we sit. While the sun is the moon is really where we are. The sun is about where we're going. And I honestly feel like this is you realizing, this could be about your career, this could be about what you do in your daily routine, okay? What you decide to put work into, what you value, what you are finding and realizing within yourself of where that fear stems from when it comes to new experiences, new possibilities, things that could be very good for you. It also stems from you realizing you are deserving of that. Some of you have settled for very abusive relationships and connections. And then when you are confronted with a healthy connection and relationship, you self-sabotage it. Out of fear. You self-sabotage it. When it's something good, when it's something really good, it feels really good, you self-sabotage it. Because you don't think you deserve it. Some of you have a feeling like, oh, I don't deserve it. You may even portray it off to another person as if you don't want it. Because of this feeling of, well, I can't appear weak. Right? I can't appear weak. Wow, this is interesting. The truth. It's almost like the truth shatters the way you view yourself, the way that you view your connections and relationships, the way you view your decisions. It shatters your fear. It shatters your emotions. It's almost like your emotions erupt in order to water this tree. And this is about alignment, the tree of Kabbalah, right? This fire being ignited within you. Someone could very well be igniting that fire within you simply by being themselves and not tolerating bullshit. That shatters that illusion. If you have constantly been in toxic relationships and commitments, it's only because there's something within you that attracts that. There's something within you that you embody the energy of what you continuously attract. But you're only embodying that energy because there's a lack of knowledge of oneself. There's a lack of awareness of the fear, the addiction. Some of you are addicted to your own sense of fear. You're addicted to fear because you don't want to essentially touch into wisdom, because wisdom means that you cannot make a conscious decision that is not for your greatest judgment or, for your greatest good, without having to be honest with yourself that you're just self-sabotaging your potential greatness. Wow. It's deep, Aries. It's sort of deep. It's from the ego. It's from you thinking of an instinct. Your animalistic instinct is flight or flight. So whenever something gets serious, whenever something comes across your path that is actually real and honest and trustworthy and viable, you run. Or you hurt that person. Some of you, you may even, for some of you, there's an energy of someone could flaunt, almost flaunt. It's almost like someone, okay, this is very interesting. This could even be like if you like somebody, but you flaunt 50 million other people in front of that person's face. You're self-sabotaging on purpose, out of ego, out of fear of something actually reciprocal. It's self-sabotage. What can you tell us for Aries' future? It's like the ego. And you see, it all depends on how evolved you are. So if you're not very evolved, right? Then you will be sitting in an energy of it's very easy for you to blame the other people around you, the other person, rather than looking at yourself, not from a place of, oh, woe is me, I'm the problem all the time, but okay, what can I do differently? Because it's not all on one person for why something goes the way it does. It takes two to tango. Okay? I feel like, yeah, you could be seeking someone's attention right now. Some of you are seeking someone's attention. And the Page of Swords. Okay. What do we have for Aries? Okay. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so, okay. And the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you are self-employed. I feel like I'll show you what's going on in this reading. It's a very interesting reading. Okay. And the Knight of Swords. All right, and the Knight of Cups. Give me one right here, Five of Wands. One right here, please. I'll tell you afterwards. One more, and then the Moon. Okay. So, Aries, if you ghosted someone, or you've left someone out in the cold, or you've been really distant, you've been really like, almost like avoiding someone or something like that, someone that you weren't treating properly, because the Moon is in Taurus with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. There was something that was extremely imbalanced. It's like gifts with strings attached, or an abusive generosity, or it's like one person's giving more than the other person. It's like you're heading towards someone that you left out in the cold, that you didn't treat the right way. You know, this would be someone you know that you did not value. This is someone that you've ghosted before, someone you've abandoned, someone that you've hurt, someone that you've just made feel as if they were worthless on some level. You go back to someone like this. It's more Mercury and Taurus. I feel like this is a very interesting reading. A lot of you are trying to get someone's attention. You're coming out as Princess of Wands and then the Ten of Wands. You're trying to get someone's attention. Okay, like Page of Wands in reverse is like you could be angry, you could feel very jealous. You could want to show off. You could be willing to do a lot of different work to try to show off, to try to get someone's attention. It's a friend. You're trying to get someone, this could even have been someone you friend zoned. You're trying to get someone's attention. Three of Cups, Mercury and Cancer, and then the Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I myself have Aries in my Saturn. So when I look at Aries energy for me always symbolizes like the discipline that it takes to get a particular action done. To get things done, it's going to take discipline. The way that I'm viewing it in this is like a lot of you are going to be, some of you guys could be dating, you could be socializing. There's someone you want to talk to that you see as a friend, okay? Some of you may meet someone, this could be someone at work, this could be someone at school, this is someone that is a friend. They respect your boundaries. They are someone who is receiving good financial news. Some of you are just definitely dancing. Some of you are dancing, but some of you are dating, like you're getting to know new people. There's someone that you wish to be around that's a friend. You want to be around this person. You want to show off. You're willing to do whatever it takes to get this person's attention. And this person is not paying you the type of attention that you are looking for. Like, they're not paying you any attention because you lied. Princess of Wands in reverse is when you lie. It's like someone lied about lack of interest. Or having like 50 million different responsibilities. That's why I can't pursue this particular thing or what I want. But now you're in this position, Aries, where you're like, I'm trying to get this person's attention. Why can't I get this person's attention? It's because you friend zoned them. It's because you told them that you didn't want them. It's because you mistreated them. It's because you ghosted them. It's because you basically try to give them every single type of hint that you don't want them. That's why they are remaining focused on themselves and as a friend. But now this is someone you want to be around. I also feel like with the King of Swords, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, this is a professional. This is someone who knows what the hell they're talking about. This is somebody who gives professional advice. This could be someone in a high position in the military. This could literally be a doctor, a chef, a nurse, psychologist, a philosopher, a speaker, a single parent for some of you. This is somebody who works with the masses, works with the global collective. They're very intelligent. This could even be a lawyer. Ten of Swords in reverse, Mercury and Gemini. This is like overcoming like a betrayal, overcoming like a really, really messy breakup, overcoming a lot of people talking about you. This also makes me feel like you, Aries, could have put a lot of work into something or someone and you're not even happy with it. You may have even friend-zoned or just pushed away what you really wanted. And now you're angry at yourself. Because I see the Five of Wands in reverse, Leo and Saturn. It's like, I feel like if you're dealing with multiple people, because Five of Wands in reverse is like not fighting at all because there's too much competition. So some of you decided not to fight at all because you felt there was too much competition, or you are getting rid of multiple people. Some of you are getting rid of multiple people in order to pursue one specific person. I'm also seeing the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. A lot of you are heartbroken. Saturn and Libra. You have Princess of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and the Two of Pentacles as well, which is Capricorn and Jupiter. You feel like it's difficult to find the right partner or person for you in romance. You're watching someone as well. I feel like if you were dealing with multiple people, you've stopped that. If you were dealing with multiple responsibilities, you've stopped that. You could be taught, you're going to be texting somebody. Some of you will be FaceTiming someone. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Prince of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse. Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Mercury, and Virgo. A lot of you will be marrying into wealth or receiving a large windfall of money or inheritance. The Ten of Pentacles is also legacy. Some of you own a business that will feed your children's children, or you're connecting to someone who does. With the Ten of Pentacles, some of you are watching someone with the Knight of Swords. Like there's a watching energy. Or you lied. There's a possibility that maybe you lied. Maybe you weren't completely honest. There was jealousy. For some of you, there was jealousy between you and the person you could be interested in. I see that. Some of you, there was a lot of jealousy. There was a lot of jealousy. Some of you, this could be because of the person's background. Somebody could come from money or from wealth or riches. Then you have the Magician in reverse, Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, which was manipulation, not communicating, doing whatever it takes to get what you want. A lot of you took on that energy of that Aries energy, because there's a light and a dark side of Aries. Aries has its light side where they are able to, be very blunt, straightforward, very direct, which is a very good trait of Aries. The bad side of Aries can literally be, sometimes they think of only themselves. And when they've done a lot of damage and they hurt other people in the process of it, they don't see it until afterwards because they did it instinctively. They didn't do it from the head, from logic or intellect or whatever. They just did it. They didn't care about how it would make somebody else feel. And so now there's an apology coming in because someone heavily manipulated another person. They could have gaslighted, or it could have even just been like, it's almost like trying to portray themselves as they were some type of victim. But the truth was, there's a need to apologize. With the moon, the hidden emotions, and then Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the Knight of Cups. I see someone coming in to apologize. You could be apologizing to somebody who began to see you in a light that they didn't really like. To see you, like, to see the, you know, everyone has a dark and light side, but someone could have began to see that there's a sense of manipulation. I'm seeing that there's a lot of hidden emotions with the moon. And there's an apology that you could be sending or something of that nature. Sending, receiving, just take it as it resonates. You want to take something to another level. You want to take something to another level, but it requires an apology, or it requires you being emotional. It requires you telling someone how you really feel. You could have even juggled someone, like badly hurt someone, and they got sick of it and walked away. Like they got sick of that energy. They got sick of being hurt. They got sick of it. Some of you taunted other people in front of this person, like you taunted it or something like that. Because of your own ego, because you were trying to show off. But it all stems from baggage. It all stems from baggage. A fear that the person you're interested in won't need you, or won't accept you, won't like you, or that they'll always be there. You could have taken them for granted. And because of that, it came from a very low vibration. And now you feel very burdened about it. Because there was manipulation. There was. All of this was because of ego. It was because someone was trying to show off because they were intimidated by someone else's stature. But the truth is, if you were dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio, they saw right through you. There are certain signs that you just can't lie to. Those two signs are very prominent. You just can't lie to them. It won't work. They'll see right through you. So now you're dealing with some baggage or some burden. And there's a want to apologize. I feel like your friends could be talking a lot about this. The people around you could be talking a lot about this. It's like you found the golden egg, but ignored it. You see that? How there's a golden egg literally in the wall. But you ignored it. Because of ego. That's what I'm seeing here. This is literally all because of ego. This is also one of those, some of you are facing the fact that you could have portrayed, what is that? That dynamic where it's a codependent dynamic where one person tries to appear as if they have it all together. Right? I'm helping you, right? It could have been like that type of dynamic, like almost taking on the energy of like, okay, I'm helping you, so you're more screwed up than I am. And then it becomes very much so, but the truth is behind closed doors, you're just as messed up as I am. But to the public, someone tries, you could have even tried to do this, like try to appear like you have it all together, la da da da, but behind closed doors, that's not the truth. Appearing as if everything is fine is not fine. It's not fine. Especially if you feel guilty that you hurt another person. This can also symbolize like yeah, it's almost like, I want to say holier than thou. You could have taken on that energy just because it's Aries energy. We're talking about, you know, the birth. When we are born, we are very clean and pure. You could have taken on the energy of like holier than thou, or trying to make it seem like it was both of you who are toxic and both of da. But the truth is, it could have been something that you were simply projecting onto the other person. And that led to self-sabotage, because the other person you're dealing with is very honest with you, very direct with you. They respect your boundaries. They remain very friend-like with the Page of Pentacles. This is someone who, how's your day? How are things going? I hope things go well. This person is not bothering you in that nature. But you are bothered. You are triggered. Because now you want this person's attention after you literally pushed away the love that you wanted. Take that as confirmation. Oh my goodness, this is a really interesting reading. This is like the prime example of self-sabotage. What you can foretell for the future is you're trying to get someone's attention because you have a level of baggage or guilt. You feel extremely guilty. A lot of you broke someone's heart. You broke someone's heart, like you literally stabbed them in the heart. And you could have done it a couple of times in the same way. But you did it in a manner where you were unconscious. You weren't aware that you were hurting someone's feelings. And if you were, you did it anyways because of your ego. You didn't care about how it affected someone else. You just did it over and over and over again until someone's like, I'm tired of you hurting me. Like, I have to now, you know, be the King of Swords. Okay, no. I gotta pull on that energy of like, I will, you know, tell you the full facts, the truth. But you continuously hurting me, you gaslighting, you trying to show people, almost like show you have 50 million different options in front of someone's face when they're not doing that to you. That's causing unnecessary issues. It's all from ego, though. It's all from ego. It's just all from ego. Very interesting, Aries. What's the future for Aries? Yeah, vampire is taking. You've been taking. There's an energy of taking. It is extremely unbalanced. I feel like you could have even been dealing with multiple people. Doesn't matter your age, just take that as confirmation. Dealing with multiple people where it's like you take. And then at the end of the day, you may feel like, oh, but I've been giving a lot. But the truth is, you could have been taking a lot from people. You could have been taking a lot and didn't even realize it, taking energy. That's for some of you. Because a lot of times people are like, oh, no, this person's extremely codependent on me. But the truth is, you allow them to be codependent because codependency works both ways. See, people get that mixed up. Oh, no, this person's just really codependent. No. Codependency works both ways. This fulfills your ego. So if you allow someone to be codependent on you, you're only doing it because you benefit on some level of someone needing you. Because you don't feel like you're needed. Because there's a need for you to want yourself. There's a need to release and surrender one's desire. That is how you surrender one's ego. The personality isn't real. Someone has been taking. Take. I wouldn't be surprised if you've lost people because of this, or people have semi-detached away from you and not really said completely why, but there's an energy of you taking, of you needing attention, of you wanting to show off, you needing that from other people because there's a lack of confidence within oneself. Not being completely honest, feeling like you lied, and that's really, really heavy on you. You have Aquarius and artist. Somebody could be an artist. You have Aquarius, which is what we started with, right? The 11th house. I told you that could really derive from sadomasochism. It's very detached. It's coming from a place of detachment. It's coming from a place of not knowing oneself, low self-esteem, needing to find new ways to communicate, needing to know oneself. It's almost like your anger could be driving people away. It doesn't even have to be anger. It could literally be like your jealousy. You could be pushing away good connections and relationships and stuff like that from ego, from jealousy. And the truth could be coming from someone that is like just doing their job. This could very well be me. Just telling you the truth with the King of Swords. It's professionalism. It's not anything like personal. It's like someone's just telling the truth. Communicator. You could be dealing with someone who is communicating the truth, who is a very good communicator. You could be a very good communicator. I see you using your intellect to get through this with the King of Swords, or you're dealing with someone who stepped into that energy. You could very well be dealing with someone who stepped into that energy. Because they're done being manipulated. This is very Aries sometimes do that, where it's almost like it's a projection of, no, you're the person. It's almost like when you throw a stone, then you hide your hand. That's sort of the energy of it. Like, it's almost like you act surprised. Take that as confirmation. It's like when you act surprised that there is an effect, that something happens, but you know how you acted beforehand. So why are you surprised at the result? Because the manipulation no longer works. And this is about facing it within ourselves, right? And with others. This is you looking at yourself, though. Because the way it's coming out is you needing to look at oneself. Because you've been hiding it from oneself. You've been hiding it. But you could be dealing with someone who sees right through you. And that's why you may have acted differently towards someone than you've ever acted towards anyone ever before. Like, it could have been someone who wasn't going to chase after your ass. Who was like, oh, you don't want that? That's fine. That's cool. Like, we can be chill, friends, Page of Pentacles. No big deal. That's not something you're used to. You're used to people literally breaking their backs to try to win you over, Or, it's like someone is used to difficult ass relationships. Someone's used to people being codependent and people kissing their ass and people running after them and people begging to be with them after they already said that they didn't want to fucking be with them. Like, someone's used to that. And someone didn't do that. Someone was like, no, it's cool, it's good. They moved on. They started to just focus on themselves, date, learn new people, talk to new people, put themselves back out there, like detach away from your energy, Aries. And that makes you jealous. It makes you upset. It makes you angry. It makes you sad, and you don't know why. And it's because you ignored how you truly felt about someone. And now that they have reacted to the way that you have acted, you are now having to realize confirmation. You are now having to realize what you did not work. It didn't work. And there's a need. Some of you could propose to someone or apologize to someone or something of that nature. But, Aries is the sign of the womanizer. It's the sign of rape. It's literally like, I don't care about how you feel as long as I get my rocks off, as long as I'm good. That's Aries energy. It does have a dark side to it as well as it has a positive side to it. This was a channeling of the negative energy of, I want to take energy. And then I want to later say, oh, you're codependent on me, but the truth is, no one in the situation should be toxic. No one in the situation should be taking energy from another person. But that's the energy that you may have been sitting in and you didn't even realize it. When people say something is codependent, it goes both ways. You're codependent on people needing you. You're codependent on people needing you. I'm just saying it how you're codependent on that. You like that people, you feel like people need you. The truth is nobody needs you. They can want you, but they shouldn't need you. Love should never feel like an obligation. And you have piled on obligations of people who want you for all the wrong reasons rather than wanting you for you and who you are. And those people who want you for who you are, you may even push them away. Because they don't let you take their energy, or they don't let you run around rampant, stomping all over their heart. They don't let you do that. They don't let you womanize them or hurt them. Because they're smart enough to see clearly where this is all stemming from. This is a very interesting reading. It's very interesting. Wow. Reciprocity. This is all about reciprocity. Damn. Aries, you got a good reading though. You know, a lot of this is stemming from you thinking it's difficult to find the right partner, and I need to find new ways to communicate. You could be texting someone or FaceTiming someone and needing to do it a different way than you've ever done it before. You're having to get in touch with your emotions because you've been hiding your emotions, and then it's almost like you project instinctively. Let me just project rather than express. And now you're realizing I have to express if I want the person that I'm interested in to see me for who I am rather than how I treated them. You could have treated someone like complete shit, and then they walked away. Because they're like, well, this person doesn't value me. This person doesn't give a fuck about me. Why would I ever stay in something like that? So they walked away. You have much younger. There could be age difference here. And you have best friend. So for a lot of you, some of you are very interested in someone you consider like your best friend. But you've kept it a secret. You keep it a secret. It's like you don't talk about this. You don't acknowledge it for whatever reason. Be gentle with yourself. If this is you recognizing this within yourself to heal yourself, then it's about recognizing that. Because the truth is narcissism starts in Taurus. Narcissism starts in Taurus. And then it comes into full realization within Leo of narcissism. But Aries can also be the it can be the rapist. It can be literally the force. God of war. You guys thrive in hostile situations. It honestly feels like for a lot of you, you love, this sounds crazy. You love things that are hard and turbulent though. Wow. Because there's a lack of self-awareness that is not love. That's not love. Calling someone 5, 6, 7, 8 times, 10 times in a row after someone hasn't answered, that's not love. Forcing someone to talk to you when they don't feel like talking, that's not love. Constantly just wanting and needing something from someone rather than thinking about, maybe you should give that to yourself. It's not, you know what I mean? Codependency, it goes both ways. You're codependent on allowing or wanting people to need you on some level. Wow. It's a very interesting psychological, you're going through the dark night of the soul. Also, I see some of you are dealing with multiple people. You could be dealing with multiple women. It's very possible. Whatever you chose is very annoying. You could have chosen something or someone that's very annoying to you. You could have picked something you really didn't want simply because you didn't think you deserved who or what you wanted. New pathway. It's time to go down a new path. Because for some of you, let me show you. You have stop. It's time to stop. dark night of the soul and blind spots. Some of you have been womanizing or dealing with multiple women, hurting people's emotions and playing with people's feelings. And you know, karma comes in good and bad ways. It doesn't just not come because you say I'm sorry. Do you get what I'm saying? There's multiple women. There's multiple, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're interested in. What you don't see is there's another person involved. You have summer, harmony, soul searching, annoyance, decisions, choices, and spring. Ooh. Some of you have done that, where you deal with multiple people, you womanize, or you do different things like that, because Aries is that particular sign. And it's like you're realizing it's almost like realizing that all the lies that had to be told in order to make it happen, right? There could also be a child here that's not yours. That's for some of you. But ultimately, I'm seeing like the womanizing and all this stuff, hurting people. You may be annoyed now because whoever you really wanted saw what you were doing and walked away from you on that level. They walked away from being a part of you juggling 50 million different people and things. They walked away from that. They walked away from you on that type of level. Take that as confirmation. So now there's a sense of annoyance. Take that as confirmation. Now you're annoyed. If you feel like other people are interested in who you're interested in, now you're like annoyed about that. You're not happy about that. Take that as confirmation. My God, my phone is blowing up. It is absolutely blowing up. Some of you really, 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 really want someone's attention. You feel like, okay, do I even have a chance? That's what some of you are thinking. Do I even have a chance? That's literally what I'm hearing. Do I even have a chance? Let's see what your advice is here, okay? I'm thinking of, I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Oh, I'm thinking of starting to do, I might show you guys this. I'm thinking of starting to do, what's it called? Like some freaking recording on my bed because sometimes I don't feel like standing. Sorry. But yeah, so we might start to do that because you guys, I don't always feel like standing. Let me see if I can fix this camera. Goodness gracious. Can I fix this camera the right way? Okay. All right. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see my necklace. Ain't it lit? Ain't it lit though? It's lit. I love it. Go check them out. That's a little background about Aries. Aries is the sign of womanizing. It's rape. It's like, I don't care if I don't care if you are satisfied as a woman. It's very animalistic. It's very caveman. It's about me. It's about me being happy. That's why, Aries also likes sex. There's a blind spot though. There's something you don't see about why you do what you do. And because of that, that's why it keeps being repeated. What's the advice? But now you're like, I met someone I actually care about and I don't want to ruin this. Do I stand a chance? Let's see. What do you have for Aries, please? Get more information. They need help. There is a need for help here because it's not normal to want attention. You know what I mean? More time is needed and time to move on and taking responsibility. This is honestly saying what is going to be moved on from is the baggage. The need for you to be needed. Do you get what I'm saying? That all stems from baggage. And the truth is, we're all dealing with something. We all are. There is no perfect human being up there in the fucking sky. Because, okay, as above, so below, as it is, so it be, as within, so without. We are made in the image of someone who's much, someone who did create everything. But life isn't meant for you to have, life is not meant for you to enjoy, it's meant for you to experience. So what I'm saying is, know your value. Know how amazing you are. Okay, Aries? We are all evolving. We are all evolving. When you realize that there is somebody up there or whatever who, when they created this whole thing with the Big Bang Theory and all of that, we are made in the image of that. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. You guys are phenomenal. We are made in the image. My nose is itching from spirit. We are made in the image of a much, a force that was able to create all of this. But if we are imperfect, as above, so below, right? As it is, so it be, as within, so without. If we are imperfect, then they are imperfect as well. And the gods and the goddesses, the archangels, or whatever, would be nothing without us to worship them. See, codependency goes both ways. Now do you get what I'm saying? I'm hoping that this is making sense. Because a lot of times it's like, oh, well, they just need me. That's like you acting as if you're a god, goddess, archangel, whatever. Oh, they just keep needing me and ringing my line and praying and na. But you would be nothing if they weren't. Because without them, you're not technically a god or a goddess or anything to look up to. Now, are you? Now do you get what I'm saying? Needing to be needed. Codependency goes both ways, Aries. Just because it's you in a different position doesn't mean it's still not codependent. The nose is itching. That's a message. It doesn't mean that you're not codependent. It means that you're codependent in a different way. And, there are different codependent relationships. There are different codependent relationships, okay? So there's, the counselee, where there is a dynamic solely based off of allowing that other person to be emotionally and psychologically weak, picking up on those weak points and then thriving off of needing to be needed. And then the other people, you appear like you got your shit together when behind closed doors, it's a hot mess. You're a hot mess. You're going through things too. You know what I mean? But the counselor benefits because they're needed. You get what I'm saying? And the counselee is allowed to sort of sit in that energy of dependency, of trust. I trust this person and I'm allowed to be dependent on this person because they benefit from me being dependent on them, and I benefit from being allowed to be dependent on them. Teacher and student. This is about eventually, the teacher, of course, this is all about inequality. Of course, the teacher has something that is valuable to teach the student, but eventually, after all that knowledge is given to the student no longer needs a teacher. That's why it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? You have regular self-sufficiency, where both people are extremely self-sufficient and don't need the other person. It's not going to evolve because you don't need each other. There's not even need each other, but you guys are both got your shit so much together. How is it going to evolve? What is there to evolve into? Realistically, it won't work. I'm just being honest with you. You have to be capable of allowing connection in. Codependent relationships always have inequality in financial security. Somebody always needs something from the other person and vice versa. Sadomasochism. One person seeks to be abused and the other person seeks for someone to abuse, like a shark in a tank. And it's based off of, I must be punished, I must be hurt because I deserve it in order for me to atone for my sins, to be considered a divine being, to be considered as someone who is capable or allowed to receive good. That I must have bad in order to have good. That's not realistic. That's not going to work. It can go both ways. Wow, merchant and reunion. I feel like you're an entrepreneur, mi amor, but also you're reuniting with somebody. So someone is coming in for a reunion. Okay, Aries. Let's see what we got for you. This is a very interesting reading. And if it does resonate for you, by all means, take it. Aries, just take it. I see a lot of you are soul searching deep. deep. You're searching deep, okay? And I love that for you, because if you're asking questions, that means you're willing to evolve. If it's causing conversation, it means it's worth talking about. Take that as confirmation. Okay. What's your career and life purpose looking like, Aries? What's your career and life purpose? What's your career and life purpose, Aries? Neptune sacrifice. You're meant to work. Ooh, and then the 10th house. Someone else just got this. A lot of you are meant to work with illusions, psychological and mental. Okay, what is Pisces? Pisces is the harlot. Pisces is the whore of the zodiac sign. I'm just going to be real with you. Pisces is, it is those that overdose on drugs, the drug addicts, and, because it's also sorrow. So this is about true surrender. What happens with true surrender? You may not can make it. Pisces is when you say fuck it. You throw it up to the universe. That's when you surrender the desire, right? A lot of you are meant to work as a mystic, psychic, shaman, medium, seer. You're meant to work prisons, institutions, and asylums. You're meant to work with spirituality, the past lives. This is all about the past lives. This is also Gemini, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio energy, which is maybe you're meant to be in sales or communications, okay? Meant to work in the government, the military, the police field, okay? Some of you are also meant to travel for work. Maybe maybe you're meant to teach language in another land or something like that. Or you're meant to study like abroad, or you travel for a living. I feel like you really travel for a living. You could be a writer, an author. I just heard dancer. Some of you work as doctors or healers, okay? Some of you are also eye doctors. You help people sacrifice their view of the world. What does that mean? The way that we view the world is simply the way that we view ourselves. This shit is an illusion. All of this is an illusion. It's a hologram, okay? We're made in the image of something much bigger than we can even see sometimes. When we believe that, take that as confirmation, when we realize that we are divine beings, when we look at spirituality, whoever it is that you believe in, from a point of view as they are imperfect as well, then you can be gentle with yourself. Then you have learned the lesson. Do you get what I'm saying? The twins. Now you have learned, the master teacher, the master hero. Now you realize you can be that. It's pretty powerful stuff. I like that. But that is the sacrifice. The sacrifice is the illusion. Regarding your career, life, purpose, you are meant to help people sacrifice the illusion of time. Time is an illusion. Time doesn't actually exist. Okay? It's an illusion. We keep coming back to this place and we keep having to relive this life and, live in different bodies and experience different things in order to take it to the next life. This is about coming back to whoever it is that you believe in. You help people come back to what it is that they believe in. Simply by completing, this can also be Saturn return, which is, I believe you hit that at particular times in your life. You hit that at particular times in your life. The world. Some of you, this is like the end of a 21-year-old cycle, 30-year cycle. 30-year cycle is coming to an end for you regarding your career and life purpose. The Piscean age is coming to an end because we're now in the Aquarian age. The Piscean age was, I must be put on a cross, dragged, raped, drugged, scratched. I must go through absolute hell in order to receive love. That shit is over. That you help people sacrifice that mentality. The mentality that we must endure complete hardship and pain and just misery in order to come into a new view of the world. That is being sacrificed in order to view the world differently, in order to have the whole wide world. You help people sacrifice that illusion. It's not real. You may have multiple women. You may be dealing with multiple women because I'm seeing the blind spot. You may be dealing with multiple women. It's the sign of the womanizer. It's not really surprising when it comes to Aries. Is it right? No. But is it absolutely possible? Very much so. a lot of times Aries can think instinctively. They don't think about another person's emotions or feelings, you know. And that means people get hurt in the process of that. And afterwards, it's like all you can say is, oh, sorry. It's like, that's it? Like, that's not, you know what I mean, for breaking someone's heart. Like, okay. It's, to create one's world in any of the arts takes courage. Georgia O'Keeffe. It's time for you to create. Okay, you may work in the arts or the theaters, okay, but your intellect, your speaking, your thinking, your writing, your connection to others is involved also with your body. It's also involved with colleagues, schoolmates, siblings, friends. You know, this is like Gemini, Virgo energy. Virgo is the sign of androgyny, the sign of bisexuality, the sign of the body, the sign of your daily needs. What are you willing to do in order to have those needs met? Doing a craft, this is about doing a craft you really love. Virgo is literally the sign of gigolo, though. It's about using your body as a weapon on some level. But we're also talking about health and healing. It's also the sign of healing. Okay, Virgos, if you're around a Virgo, naturally you will pick up on the energy of someone that is capable of healing or being a healer. They just have naturally healing energy. In order to create what it is that you want in the arts, you must first see yourself as a reflection of the divine in order to manifest such greatness. Find ecstasy in life. The mere sense of living is joy enough. Emily Dickinson. This is finally getting into the vibration of the now in order to create. It's almost like maybe you didn't have a clear vision of it, or your vision is changing of what it is that you want to manifest and create. Your vision is simply changing. Let's see what we got for you, Aries. You have ladder, climbing towards success, and stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Congratulations. Somebody could be having a girl. You have cup, you should accept valid criticism, and dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So dogs represent loyalty, faithfulness. You could be dealing with a really good friend with the Page of Pentacles. This could be someone who's is just a friend. They're just a good friend. Okay? All right, let's get some of these. Let's see what this is about. Release, radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Alright, I thought something flipped over. Oh my god, I can smell the crab downstairs, bro. Okay, abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Wow, look at this. I feel like we did the work together, Aries. You weren't alone in it. We did it together, right? Finances, financial challenges are affecting this connection in different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. There is a vision here. There's a vision. You may be realizing you don't share the same vision as maybe other people or people that you have invested your money, time, energy, effort into, or a romantic interest or whatever. But you're realizing it needs to change. The truth is shattering all of the illusion. It's just shattering it to pieces. There's nothing left of it except the truth. You know what I mean? Which can be life changing. What is the energy you'll be embodying in the future? I see you're climbing towards success, though. The energy you'll be embodying is the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Buddy Holly. So speaking your truth, and the Six of Wands, Jupiter and Leo, which is about fame. This is about being seen in the spotlight. This is about boom, okay? The Six of Wands is also leadership. It's about financial and emotional achievements. Some of you, I see you getting a new job opportunity. If maybe money hasn't been looking too well for you, you haven't had money for the non-essentials, these have been things that you've been going through. I see money coming in for you, or a potential job. Some of you have made a big financial purchase. This could be a home or a car or something of that nature. But I see victory from you speaking your truth and seeing things from, this is like whoever you believes in, truth being revealed on some level, you being revealed and being able to see it from a different perspective, leading you to victory. With the Six of Wands, you're heading right into a brand new opportunity. You could also be, as far as your career goes, or this isn't for your career, this is more so just the energy that you'll be embodying for the future. I see you speaking your truth. You could be reconciling with somebody, telling someone the truth, speaking your truth, living your truth vivaciously, and having a victory. Somebody is actually famous here. You could be dealing with someone who's famous, Otis Redding. You could be dealing with someone who's in the spotlight, well known. People love to say that they know this person. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the hidden energy for you. You guys know I don't actually care how long these videos are because I'm giving them to you for free instead of charging you. So, I don't do it for the money. I just do it because it can help somebody. We're in a pandemic. I don't think people. I know everyone has to make their money and but I don't do that for this. I do this because it could potentially help somebody who maybe can't afford a reading right now, who maybe is going through something and just needs to hear good news, just some fucking hope, right? That things are gonna get better. So that's why I do this job. And it's not just, oh, you come here and you use my intuition, and then, no, we work together. Because your intuition is able to let you know, oh, that resonates for me. Oh, that doesn't resonate for me. Oh, that resonates for me. Oh, that's a message for me, even if I really don't freaking feel like hearing it, right? So this is about us working together. That is reciprocity. Because you are equally gifted, okay, in your own way, Aries. Remember that. I just got to chill down my left leg. I love you too. I don't need to know you to love you. Someone just said, oh, yeah. I don't need to know somebody in order to love them. Cancers are really good at that. We don't need an excuse or a reason to love somebody or to be kind to somebody. It's called empathy, compassion, and kindness. And kindness is free. That's what I always say. Slow planning, wise planning, meticulous, careful delays. So you're going to be planning something. Take your time, take your time. Take your time. I sort of like how, what's it called? I kind of like how when I said you were instinctive, remember how I said that you were doing things from instinct? That is what you're letting go of. You're also letting go of ego, bossy, weakness, helpless. So you've been feeling like you're not a very powerful woman. The feminine energy within you has not been feeling very powerful. Okay, it could have been also like you did, a lot of this, what do we say? A lot of this has been stemming from ego. It's just ego. You wanting someone's attention, you wanting to deal with multiple people. It's coming from ego. It's not coming from anything else, yeah. Pretending, fake, fear, and unapproachable. So I honestly feel like you could even not be wanting to be seen right now, really. I also see, what's it called? There may be gossip. You may be gossiping, eavesdropping, or storytelling. There may be gossip. There's also a feeling of inauthenticity. Like some of you have not been wanting to perform, or you may have been performing, but you've been performing from a place of like ego. This can be like almost like your creation, whatever that means, whatever you've created and stuff like that, it's been created from fear or like toxicity or ego or a feeling of weakness and helplessness. Almost like, oh, I can't be in control over this particular situation. If it's not healthy for me, I'm just in it. Right? But that's been blocking maybe your creativity. Your creativity's been blocked. It's been blocking your authenticity, and it's been blocking your success. It's been depleting your power. Okay? I feel like you don't feel very authentic when you are performing whatever it is that you perform. Because there's a need to look at your ego. And that ego is really coming from the lack of awareness of oneself. You don't feel very powerful. You sort of feel like, I'm not getting where I want to get. And this could be like, for some of you, performer. That could be modeling, dancing, acting, singing. These different things that you want to go after. You have a sense of fear about it. You just haven't felt very confident. You have not felt very powerful whatsoever. I feel like you could be talking to your friends about the situation, or really looking at like, why are you so angry? Some of you are very angry, or you're like, you want someone's attention. You want their attention so bad. So bad. It's very interesting. It's like you're not inspired to perform the way you really want to. And you don't like that you feel the way you feel. So like some of you, I can feel that in the throat. Some of you are having difficulty telling someone how you really feel. This is forcing you to look at your ego. You could be dealing with someone who has fame, who has notoriety, and that's intimidating to you. You feel like, how can I measure up to that person? That's for some of you. You're intimidated. Your advice is action. You are the director of your life, and sometimes you have to yell action to yourself. Take the initiative to make progress and move forward with your endeavors. It's never too late to start and use however many takes you need. Okay? You also have seasons. Like nature, there are different seasons of your life. Understanding this makes it easier to accept changes. No matter if it's a season of growth, shedding, or stillness, what is happening is for your best interest. So some of you are like, okay, is this just a season that I'm going through? Is this just something that is happening right now? Is it going to get better? The truth is, you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody because there's 50 million other people involved that you can't see. Other women involved, other men, whatever you want to call it. There's a need to look at things from your point of view and also learn to empathize with other people. This is not talking about sacrificing yourself, but it's also not talking about using people and manipulating them to fit your needs. Get what I'm saying? It's a very interesting reading for you, Aries. Let's see. Let's get you some charms. It's going to resonate for some of you. But for a lot of you, that's what I'm seeing. It's like there's a struggle. It's like you just don't feel very confident compared to whoever you could be dealing with. You have a dog. Something about dogs is extremely important. So this is about friendship. You know, everything does start with friendship. You also have a turtle. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You also have a rooster here. This is about pride. This is about pride. Okay, the pride is so big. And you do have like a loyal, hold on, because I can hear my dogs, hold on. All right, so, hi baby. I have one of the twins up in here right now. Dogs represent friendship and loyalty, and I think maybe this is something you've never had before, and now you have that in your life for some of you. Now you're learning what that really represents, what that really means. Slow and steady will win the race, but for a lot of you, you're realizing there's a need to take responsibility, right, for the situations we get ourselves into, or why is there such a need for approval? Yeah, some of you are realizing, like, because Princess of Wands reverse, Page of Wands reverse can be promiscuous. So some of you guys are like, you are willing to do whatever it takes to get some level of attention, but those that truly love you will give this to you naturally without you having to seek to do so much in order to get it. Okay? I know, baby. Oh my gosh, did you just see that? How all these cards just flew? Okay, Aries, you had the busiest reading ever. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, some of you are talking to your friends about who you like. Like you're telling them who you like. But in that process, you may also feel like you're not being completely honest with, like, okay, what did you do? Right? Like, what part have you played in certain things not really working out? You could also be celebrating something like a birthday or a get-together or a party. You could be wanting to hang out with a friend that you care about. What is the overall solution for Aries, please? What's the overall solution for Aries? Okay, gave me 2. The tail, change, simplicity, and balance. The path is not higher or lower. We do not ascend, we transcend. Our true state of blissful being, or the experience of reality, as it actually is, happens when we unite heaven and earth within ourselves. Balance and connection is the true path home. When we are one with creation, we are formless, undefined, free of labels, concepts, and can see through the eyes of true perception. We are effortless as the universal current animates us. This universal current is the life stream that moves and connects all things. Birds do not fly, they are flown. Fish do not swim, they are carried by the currents of life. Like the earth, over time, we change as we evolve. Everything changes. Nothing stands still, basically. When we embrace the flow of life, we are weathered like rocks of a waterfall. Once rigid and sharp, we become smooth, soft, and rounded by love. Just like nature, we change, though we remain the same in essence. Just like nature, we are most beautiful in our simplest, purest form. Therefore, ascension is nothing more than transcending what is not us. When the impurities are cleansed, our natural state of being is of a higher nature or balance. What remains when the mud settles is our real self. Do you feel you have lost yourself and keep trying to resurrect who you were in the past? Know that the true you is not found in the past, but in the present. Even though you cannot feel it now, your core can never be lost, only refined and shaped into a new form of you. A you that is ancient, not new, yet new. A version of you even more you than before. Nothing ever stays the same, only the changing sameness of your beautiful, pure essence. So you've been scared of change. You could be dealing with someone that invokes a level of change simply because they don't tolerate the way that maybe you've acted or treated them. Okay, and that does create change, right? When you really care about someone, you're willing to be like, okay, well, maybe the way I did that doesn't work, and maybe other people have accepted that because I kept attracting exactly what I am. And maybe there's a need for me to look at who I am and do better, right? Because, they're only accepting that because that's what I'm embodying. Not such a good energy, right? A low vibration. B, blossom collective service. I feel like saying Virgo. Honey. In your pursuit for sweetness, you pollinate and spread life wherever you roam. Just being you and doing what you love helps hearts bloom. When you embrace your passions and God-given gifts, you are doing what Creator designed you to do. This is saying do what you love. Do what feels right for you. Do what feels natural. Bees also are good team players, right? A relationship, a connection requires being a team player. This helps restore balance to the whole human ecosystem or collective consciousness. Like bee, you may not be aware of the mighty purpose you serve by doing something as small as buzzing around and sipping up the sweet nectar of life. Never underestimate the power of your presence. Just by embodying your divine blueprint alone is part of your mission here. Our desire for love, for divine purpose, is an instinctual desire. The same desire that makes a bee fly from flower to flower, making life possible just by feeding itself. So do what makes you feel full inside. Do what makes your heart flutter so much. It's as if you can elevate. Just be you. You don't have to be doing anything obvious to be making a difference. Everyone has a role within the hive, and no matter how big or small the role is, it serves the whole just the same. That's that Aquarian energy. Whatever you do, it does make a difference. So you don't have to come from a place of ego in order to get it done. So whatever it is you feel called to do or called to be, do it with all your heart. It's often the small things and little gestures in life that have the greatest impact. Whatever kind of bee you are just as important as the rest. Without you, the rest of the hive would fall apart. Appreciate yourself and begin to see the value of your essence alone and the energy you radiate. When it is time to be out in the world doing some obvious form of service, it will be something that blooms naturally from just being. Wow. So you've been trying to figure out, am I on the right track? You need to do what fulfills you, what brings a sense of joy and sweetness and happiness. That's what you need to do. Some of you have been performing, but you've been performing from a place of lack of awareness. Okay? And that's going to be changing for you. The number 15. All right, let's see. Could be dealing with a Gemini or a Capricorn. 10 and 5 is sure to mean the best of luck for they. Make 15. In great demand for social things at dinners, play or ball. You'll win new friends and keep the old and be beloved by all. An unpleasant and expensive experience by which you will afterwards benefit. You will get your wish. So some of you are partying, socializing, right? Getting to know new people, making new friends. Some of you may be losing friends, making new friends. So that could also resonate for you. Let's look at, I'll be asking, hi, Aqua. Hi, baby. Hi, love bug. You can ask a question. Take the time to think of your question. I'll give you 10 seconds. Hi, baby. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. What is the answer to your question? Yes. The answer to your question is yes. I don't know what you asked, but the answer to your question is yes. Okay. Yeah. So that has been your reading. If you feel intuitively guided to watch this reading, then it's for you. You want a personal reading, that's linked down below. You want to say hi, baby? Say hi. This is Aqua, and he wants to say hi to you guys. Hi, baby. So thank you so much for being here, and personal reading information is linked down below. I know, doesn't it look amazing up here? I did a baby boy, my lovey bug. Later, you guys.